to the heads and the tails of it. This show is here to go over the twisting trials of Heads and Tails Season 2. My name is Brieanna, and this is my co-host Whitney.
Welcome again, and thank you to all who have returned to our little show and is spiraling down this dark story with our characters. Let's review what happened so far in Season 2, Episode 2.
Awkward Emily circling above Brian, wanting to perhaps pounce, and ends up placing a gift in his pocket. We also witness more of Jillian in the loony bin, hugging it out with Teddy. Then there is the detective team of Mason and Wise, hot after our little miss coming for T. Jackie, who is distracting Wise, but not Ironside Mason.
Well played, Brieanna. Now we have Anne and Gerald rekindling their love, but is winter coming around the corner for them? Finally, what's up with this stranger in Andrea's office? Is he an oracle, or is he just a distraction? But before we get into Episode 3, let's hear about what's around the corner for Red Hen Productions.
Hi, my name is Siddharth Joshi, and I'm a producer and screenwriter at Red Hen Productions. With this show, we'll do some film reviews, breakdowns of film techniques and theories, and, if we're lucky, we'll cover some film events.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Heads and the Tails of It. I am Whitney, and this is Brieanna, and we are sliding in hard with Episode 3. So if you have not seen it, you have 3, 2, 1. You have been warned.
For sure, Whitney, I don't think anyone's safe after watching Episode 3. So let's get right to it. The episode opens with Brian and Jillian on a train. Their mood is somber, and they have baby stuff in their hands. Is that a teddy I see, Whitney?
Hold your horses, Brieanna. Isn't she in the mental facility, and she's not pregnant there? What the heck is going on? Heads and Tails does it again. Is this before or after? Oh my goodness, let's keep talking.
Yep, the brilliant storytelling from Red Hen writers has put us in a quandary. Let's keep it moving, Whitney. And just like they do, now there's a break-in of sorts going on. What is the assailant looking for? Whose place is it? Would you believe it's Jackie's? She never gets a break. After a brief moment with the masked man, he punches her in the stomach and runs out.
Holy break-in, Brieanna. Jackie has to be shot at after being assaulted again, robbed, and hiding a murder that Dean herself committed. Then paralyzed in fear and subject to losing at any moment, Dean walks in behind her and BAM! In goes the knife.
You got that right. All the pain and frustration was released into Dean's abdomen. Then watches him bleed out.
My goodness. Sadly, Brieanna, I am seeing the darker side of Jackie. But to be honest with you, she was just in #survivor mode.
Then just as fast as Dean loses his last breath, the mood and scene changes to our lovely Anne, played by Danielle McGinnis. She is on the phone with Gerald. Anne is seriously pregnant and looking forward to a special night out.
So sweet, Brieanna, and the music sets the mood as she walks across one of London's famous landmarks on her way to the gastropub for dinner with her husband.
Just as our mood is on an upswing, Heads and Tails yanks the rug out from underneath us. As Anne strolls in, so does Brian. Coincidence or fate?
I know, right? Is it going to be that awkward meeting where everyone runs into each other? Here we go.
Brian and Jillian sit across from Anne, and so far, no Gerald. Where could he be? Now we know for sure why Jillian has the teddy and as a newborn gift, but before the scene gets too happy, she's off to the ladies' room.
Brieanna, that oh crap moment happens when Anne, who appears to be stood up again by Gerald and left to her own thoughts of, here we go again with this BS, tries to hold back her tears in the loo. When in walks Jillian, she looks down at the sink and sees a phone ringing and asks the lady in the stall, is this yours? And BAM! Two worlds collide.
You can say that again, Whitney. Jillian looks at the phone and sees Gerald's smiling mug glaring back at her mockingly like, yep, I am married and you might be my baby mama. # you've been played.
Talk about a slap in the face, Brieanna. Now what is a girl to do with this knowledge? What if the baby is Gerald's? Or what if the baby is Brian's? Heads or tails? You call it.
Now we see her walking back like she is walking to the gallows, thinking about romantic moments with her side piece. She then turns around and just walks out. Can we say karma?
You're right, Brieanna. Karma ×2. Now the scene changes to Anne on the bus heading home alone and coming to the realization that 1. Gerald's got a baby mama possibly. 2. Gerald didn't show up and is he ever going to? Or 3. She knew it was not a good time to have a baby when she wasn't ready. Now she'll have to raise it alone.
The beautiful music track by Coda Mojo paints a scene of helplessness and loss. The images show Anne now in different times, before and or after. We are not sure, but that's the Heads and the Tails. Creative writing. It's what you want it to be.
Then it ends exactly where it all began. Brian and Jillian on the train home. So it comes full circle with Episode 3, Anne's scene.
What a ride that was, Whitney. This way and that way. With that, we are now down to 3 more episodes. At this rate, I think I need to pack lunch for the next three, so now we are going to take a quick look into episode 4.
My goodness, episode 4 takes off where 3 ended. Now let's take a look at Heads and Tails mailbag and see what comments or questions about last week's episode we have.
From the Red Hen comment box on our webpage at redhenproductions.co.uk, we have a question from Adam L69. He asks, is Anne and Gerald's baby a boy or a girl? And the answer is a boy, and they haven't had a chance to name it at this point in the story. Maybe Gerald Jr.
From Jax in the box, he asks, what was the last line in the note from the stranger that he did not say out loud? That would be, the whiskey is not bad either. Good Easter egg, Jax.
Another comment from Facebook, Tiara says, I like how the strong detective of the dynamic duo is the female detective Mason, and that your show has a lot of prominent female characters. Thank you for placing talent first, gender second. Hashtag acting skills, hashtag girl power.
Finally, from our YouTube, we have this gem. Broxton Blockbuster says, dark, deep, and dangerous, baby. Love it.
Now for our segment of Ask the Director, we have a question from our mailbox. Diamond Dog 1991 asks, so far from the first 2 episodes, my favorite scene is Emily talking madness to the psychologist. It's dark and eerie. What was your favorite scene to shoot and why?
Hey guys, thank you for the question. I'm just gonna hop right into it. So the question was, what was my favorite thing to shoot? And I think to answer that question, you have to look at my favorite sequence, which I think you just got a glimpse of just before this, and it will be airing this Saturday. And the thing that I like about it most was that the entire first season of Heads and Tails was shot mainly indoors. And this was a sequence that we got to go outside, we got to shoot at night, we got to shoot in a tunnel, we got to shoot on the streets, we shot a little bit in the tube. And to see that scene written on the page, storyboarded, and to actually shoot it, and it looks pretty close to what was written on the page. For me, that was the most exciting thing, and that was the best thing for me, shooting wise. So I hope I didn't ramble on too much for that answer. Thank you, Diamond Dog 1991. But before I do go, I want to say thank you to everyone that has tuned in to Heads and Tails. We really appreciate it. We really enjoy all the feedback and the comments. So yeah, thank you again, and I will see you guys and speak to you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Great question, Diamond Dog. Keep them coming, Heads and Tails fans. 3 episodes down, 3 more to go. And we know you guys have a lot more questions and comments to give. So keep contacting us on our Facebook or Twitter by posting a comment about our show.
Keep reposting us and sharing us with all your friends. Remember, you can also leave a comment down below as always.
And don't forget to ask the director questions again regarding our Heads and Tails show for next week. We will be having a drawing and giving a Heads and Tails t-shirt away and an autographed photo from the cast at the end of the season from all the questions we have received at Heads and Tails Productions regarding our show, so keep them coming.
It's that time again to say goodbye to another great show, Whitney. We will see you next time on The Heads and Tails of It.